We're up in the Maimer, page Tes Vav, which is a Maimer Hasidic discourse from the Rebbe, the 10th of Shvat, Tavshin Chav Tes, 1969. We're up to Sif Yud. Sif Yud. So Mahalach, a few weeks ago you were here, Mr. Man. What, you were here last week?
Last week, no, I was here the week before.
Well, we learned last week.
Just wait a minute, I was out of town for a week.
No, you haven't been here for 3 weeks.
This is the third week, you was out of,
You haven't been here for 3 weeks.
I was out of town for 12
Okay,
days.
was bin ich schon. Sie sagen sie alle. All right, so we're ready to begin. We're up to Sif Yud, chapter Yud, 10th of Shvat, Tavshin Chav Tes, 1969. The Rebbe is speaking about through Midas HaNetzach, when a person brings out in himself a special exertion to be victorious in something that he needs and something that is essential to him. So this brings out also from the higher levels. When we speak about being victorious in a spiritual sense, brings out the treasures from above. So now the Rebbe explains what is the connection one with another and in what format is it. Is it that it comes direct, or is it that one brings about the second? There's a whole deal the Rebbe elaborates on what the Friedrich Rebbe says in his Maimer, on what the Rebbe bases this Maimer, the topic. With this we'll be able to explain Mashakosa Maimer that is explained in the Maimer is Galas Vamshachas Eitzer B'Midas HaNetzach, that the revelation and the drawing down of the Eitzer Elyon is in the Midas HaNetzach, which is in the Midah, which is the victorious Midah, the Midah that brings out in a person the exertion that he goes all out to be victorious. In order that the revelation of the Eitzer Elyon, the higher treasures, which are revealed when a person is victorious, so then the king gives out the treasures that he and his ancestors have collected. So in order that this should accomplish the Midas HaNetzach Sheba'odam, in order that this should accomplish, to be victorious, to be Menatzeach, the Menagdim, who al Yidei Sheis Galus ve'am Shachas HaEitzer Tihiyeh Bedugmas Islapshus B'Midas HaNetzach. The revelation and the drawing down of the Eitzer should be similar to something that encloses itself in something else. So therefore, and as we mentioned earlier, that Hashem is being Vata Kodesh, that He as Hashem is removed. Yeshev, how does He settle down? How do we draw Him down? So it is through the praises of the Jewish nation. In order that we should draw, that the drawing down should be similar to enclosing oneself in something, which being individual matters. So this is through the service which relates to that inyan, which means when Yidden want to bring down the Eibishter, to draw down godliness and blessings in parnos, in livelihood, so they do something which is also similar to that. And the same thing is also in regards to other matters. Although that when it comes to drawing down, we are speaking here about his essence, as he's higher than any characterization of being drawn down. It's not a revelation, it's not a limitation, it's his essence. The same thing is also in regards to the drawing down the Eitzer Elyon, the heavenly treasure. In order that the revelation and the drawing down should be in the Midas HaNetzach, which means that it should relate to the Midas HaNetzach, which is the exertion to be victorious. How is that accomplished? When a person initiates it on his own from below to above. When he initiates in himself the Aveda of Netzach, which means that he is Me'eder, he exerts himself in the way that this is what is most important and essential to him, like a king that wages war. So therefore, he accomplishes that Momaila, it is also drawn down through the channel of Midas HaNetzach. The Rebbe says we can possibly say the Zel Mashakosa Ba'Maimer that this is what it says in the Maimer, in the discourse of the previous Rebbe. Quote, B'midas hanetzach yechelim lahagia le'etzer ha'elyon. Pirush, the izgalus v'amshachas etzer ha'elyon b'midas hanetzach. That with midas hanetzach, a person can reach the heavenly treasure, which means that the revelation of the heavenly treasure is midas hanetzach. So the Rebbe is going to explain why is the previous Rebbe stressing the pirush? What is he adding with the pirush? Like explaining himself. And actually repeating himself in a sense. Shakavona bepirush chuluhi. What is the kavanah intention when he's explaining and elaborating? Dezeh shanetzach magia beitzer oelyein hulei shanetzach magia beoitzer beifin shemeider amshochas vigilu yoetzer. When we say that the midas hanetzach, which means that a person exerts his exertion to be victorious, reaches the highest treasure, so the heavenly treasure, so it does not mean that it reaches there in the sense of something which is similar as an awakening from below that awakens an awakening from above. So it's not in that format. Why? When we're speaking about the heavenly treasure, an awakening from below, since it's within the limitation of creation, they cannot reach there. They have no access there. So therefore, it doesn't come in such a way. They cannot touch or affect in that way, in a way that it's considered only an awakening from below. What about if the person exerts an aveda, an initiation, on the part of the essence of a soul, which touches the higher levels? So also that, then, it is only in an eifon of Allah, which means only an elevation, but not a drawing down. Mesiras Nefesh, Bechol Meidecha, anything that's below his thing. So it comes from the Etzem HaNefesh. So it says even when it comes to Etzem HaNefesh, it accomplishes L'mayla only a nature of halah, of elevation. But what actually prompts the bringing it down is V'hamshocha hirak shenimshach gilim epchinas apnimis v'lei apnimis atzmi. Even when there is an initiation on the part of the creation, and a person brings down L'mayla, so he's not bringing down the whole essence. He's bringing down from the essence, but not the essence itself. And this is the expression mepchinas hapnimius. So this explains what is the word pchina. Pchina means percentage. Like we say an average. Pchina means a test. A test means we see his average. We see his we evaluate the how much knowledge he has. So b'meila pchina is only a percentage. So we say, what do we take? We take only a percentage of the pnimius. But a nivra in this physical world cannot bring down the whole essence if it's dependent on him. So therefore, the Frierdiker Rebbe says, then when Netzach reaches Beitzer Elyon, it is not that he initiates and awakens and brings down the revelation and the drawing down. It is only that it comes, it seems like, on behalf of above. It's not something where the reach of a creation could accomplish or impact it in any way. So therefore, the Frierdiker Rebbe says the Lashon, that it is his galus v'amshachas eitzer elyon, he's saying it as a fact. The revelation is in midas hanetzach, but not that the creation has any hand or any intervention that it should accomplish it, because they cannot touch and draw down the essence. They can draw down from the pnimius, but not the pnimius itself.
Did we say before what a eitzer elyon is? What level that is? Kesser?
Of Kesser. Now the question is, why is it that the treasures are opened only in the Muhammad time? That in other words, in the time of war, this is when the king is ready to give his treasures. So here the Rebbe brings in, as we mentioned in previous occasions, that in the Maimer of Basi Legani, in the Hasidic discourse, which is once a year on the 10th of Shvat, the Rebbe would quote from all the Rabbeim, would quote an explanation from all the Rabbeim, and this is how the Rebbe would explain the topic that he's discussing in this Maimer. So this would begin from the Baal Shem Tov through the Rebbe Rashab. It's the previous Rebbe's Maimer. Sometimes he would mention the previous Rebbe, and later years also mention his father.